It's a bit crazy, man. Today is my last day and last video as a teenager. My birthday's on the 14th of March. I was born in 2006. I don't know when I'm going to post this video. Most likely post it. Should I do it today? I don't know if I should post it today, fellas, because I do have a few videos lined up. So if I do choose to post it today, this will be my last day being 19, the 30th of March. I say hello. If I post it a few days from now, um, you know, I'll be 20 already. But yeah, this will be my last video as a 19-year-old. I just wanted to talk about my thoughts, man. I remember as a kid, I always wanted to be an adult. You want that freedom, of course. And then I went through phases where, I don't want to be an adult. You want to be a kid again. But now I've gotten back to it. I'm like, no, I actually quite want to be an adult now. That leads us to where we are now. That man's a very cold, man. I'm going to put some gloves on, man. I'm going to pause the camera quick. Commercial break. All right, folks. So we got the gloves on now. It feels good. It's been a rough walk here, quite literally. And I'm talking about the park, not about the 20 stuff. But I say that because I have this bag over here, and I put 20 kilograms of weights on it, and I had a weight vest as well with some chains. Well, just one chain, and I had two chain holders, whatever you call it. And I've had that bag for quite some time. I've been using it for 5 years, mainly for educational. Literally, I used it to go to school. I used that. Yeah, and yeah, it's pretty much worn out, man. It's on the verge of death. But when you're broke, don't have the most money right now, you kind of have to make the most of what you have. So I've been rinsing out that bag. And yeah, it's been a struggle, man. I'm just carrying everything there. 20 kilograms is quite a lot. It's quite heavy. So, it broke a bit. Quite literally today. After all the years of using it, we lasted a long time, over 5 years. That bag that I'm looking at right now, look at that. Yeah, man, it broke. It broke, so I had to just carry it on one shoulder, which was quite painful. Because I wanted to do weighted dips and pull-ups, man. I really want to excel in calisthenics again. I just got that buzz. But if you're talking about 20s, 19, how my teenagers, back to the beginning of similar of what I was saying, I was like, I was I don't really like being a teenager like that. I'm going to be honest. I mean, 13 to 16 was fun. 16 and a half onwards, it was quite boring. I didn't really like it because, you know, high school, you're in high school, 5 years on there. You're so used to that environment. And then you shift to college. I don't really like college that much. It wasn't as good. 18 to 19, I was pretty shit overall. But, I made the most of, the unfortunate circumstances that I had. But I'm glad I'm not going to be, I'm happy I'm not going to be, um, you know, 19 or a teenage anymore. It's good to have that freedom in your hands now. So it's something I really embraced, man. Because I remember I went through a period where I was 17 and I hated being 17, man. It sucked. It was boring. That was probably my most boring teenage year. The most mentally torturing was probably 19 because I was unemployed for a whole year and working on this channel and getting little to nothing. But I'm appreciative of those who have been watching. Okay. Yeah, man. I don't even like this video. I'm going to be honest with you. The only reason why I'm making this video now is because it's my last video as a teenager, so hopefully it gives some form of meaning. I'm really contemplating whether I should post this video today or if I should post this video or just stick to the whole schedule of me lining up the videos. So I'll probably do that. I mean, I don't think it matters either way because when I make a video, I always put the date in the beginning, even though it's like less than a second. But yeah, man, bro, you know when you're a teenager, it feels so long, but then you look back, you're 19 in hindsight, it felt like a flash. And that was only 6 years, man. 2020, it was only 6 years ago. Felt like a flash, right? And I'm turning 6 years from now, I'm 26. Wow. What are my major goals for this decade? Um, Pretty much, I have a lot of hobbies, right? It's just doing what I do, really. I'll say the two biggest goals I want to achieve is to gain some level of financial freedom in a career, preferably YouTube, and maybe try a business out of that too. A few other side hustles, not solely for the purpose of making money, though money is important, you need it as a byproduct to live, but simply because I enjoy it. I enjoy what I do. I do not have life planned out. I don't think anyone does around my age range, but saying I did quite a bit. I'm quite satisfied with how my teenagers have been. Of course, there are a few hurdles. You know, you got the lust addiction, you know, all that stuff. You know, not good, man. Social media addiction. You know, you got to have it, the doom scrolling and pressures on the internet, social pressures. Try to become rich as young as possible. That stuff also. And I know I just said, you know, gain some form of financial freedom in my 20s. I'll do my best. If I don't, I don't mind it overlapping to my 30s for a bit. That's absolutely fine, so long as I tried. And my second biggest, the two biggest moves I believe I'll do in this decade, and I'm hoping to do, obviously, build a business. That's a massive priority, especially when you're an adult. Career matters so much, man. And we take it for granted, man. I remember when we were children, our teachers would always ask us, "What do you want to be when we grow up?" And I always just looked over that question. I didn't really think they were serious and whatnot because it felt so far away until you get to that point. It just feels like a flash. As the teachers told us, but we took it for granted, didn't we? You know? But now we're here now. I'm an adult tomorrow. I'm an adult tomorrow. And yeah, by the time you're seeing this video, I've already been an adult. Yeah, I don't know post this video today. I don't. Yeah, I don't know why. Whenever I make a video, I like the time to pass by a bit and then I post the video. I don't like posting the video the day I make it. And so I have a list of videos, you know, and they're all days prior. If this microphone stop working, I'm gonna cry. I won't actually cry, metaphorically speaking. But no, man, it's been a hell of a run, man. A lot happened. Uh, One thing I'm grateful for as well, I'm not really afraid of females anymore. Beauty doesn't faze me anymore. I've spoken to enough females and I've looked at enough beautiful women on the internet to the point where you just mentally get tired of it and it makes your brain, it normalizes your brain. I've had many jacking off periods when, you know, I'm obsessed with the porn stuff, the lust stuff as well. So I've been through that rabbit hole as well. And that's drew to the same conclusion, both through overlooking in the literal sense, looking at women too much on the internet, pretty women of all types, and just seeing pretty women all over the city, right? And speaking to them. My brain isn't phased by beauty anymore, which actually makes me a better person now. And it makes you a lot easier. Well, it makes women a lot easier to speak to. And I'm sure they fancy and prefer those type of men also because they humanize them. You don't have those men, you know, always bending their back just to appease to a woman. So yeah, women not scare me anymore. Something I'm proud about for sure. Shout out to that guy running over there. I'm not gonna film him, but he's wearing a green top. I respect the hard work. It's quite cold as well, so yeah. But yeah, I'm just waffling. But like I said, it's my last video being a teenager, so I believe this video bears somewhat of meaning, and it will for years to come. So quite happy with this video. I probably name it my last video as a teenager. Part of me was thinking, shall I make it my last day as a teenager, make a vlog, but I don't want to vlog my last day. I'm gonna just, you know, enjoy that shit by myself. Yeah, man, interesting stuff, man. You know, you get a lot of video. Well, I can only speak for me. A lot of videos on my feed. Oh, advice for men in their 20s, and it really starts hitting harder when you're hitting 20, man. I watched those videos when I'm a teenager, but I'm like, yeah, but I'm not 20 yet. You know, you're 20 now. It's like, yeah. I don't feel the pressure, man. I don't feel the pressure. A lot of people that have this misconception, this stigma feel adults are boring. I used to always think this when I was a kid. Adults are boring. No, adults are fun. They don't need to be boring. That's a stereotype. You can still have those childish aspects to you. Have a balance. No one to use and no one to not. No one to be professional, but no one to play around too. You know? You don't have to be serious all the time. A lot of these people in the masculinity space, they believe they have to be serious 24/7. No, shut up. Stop. Have a balance, okay? There's a time for that. When you're boxing, rip that fucker's head off. You know what I mean? When you're dating, come on, man. Relax. You have a soft feminine woman in front of you. She just wants to have a good time with you. She values her time. She put her makeup on to come in or nice clothes. No, not every woman's into makeup because I don't like me. If I were a woman, I wouldn't be wearing makeup either. But yeah, man. How long do we got? I'm gonna look at 9 minutes. I've 5 more minutes because I got training in 5 minutes. But yeah, man, and so it's been very quick, man. And yeah, life really does come at you fast. You hear that phrase a lot when you're a child. Life goes quick. Life is short. I'm starting to believe. I'm starting to see why. But man, I am 1/5 of my way to being 100 years old. So I have about 80 years left to live. God willing, I'm gonna reach 100. If I don't, so be it. I did what I could. But yeah, man. Yeah, I've been through a lot mentally. You know, it's been a roller coaster of a year. Well, teenagehood, really. You start seeing the women developing as well. That's a big one. Let's not skip that, the puberty aspect. You start seeing the woman's body develop, and that's when the horny thoughts come in. I understand that too. Yeah, a far contrast to the way I was at 13, where I was just pedestalizing women left, right, and center, too scared to speak. And I just pretty much normalized beautiful women because I see it every time. I think that's the pro to being in a big city. So good. Goodness me. Lord. I'm only wearing a shirt underneath, guys. I'm not wearing a vest. Ah, man. Um, Usually when I'm done bathing, when I'm done bathing, I like to get a vest. But sometimes I'm done bathing, I just can't find a vest, and I don't like going through that cycle of just looking for a vest. Angers the mood, man. So I just get what I can, you know. But yeah, man. Usually I don't like videos where I just waffle on and just say nothing. I prefer to actually have a planned thing to talk about. But this one is the rare ones where I'll actually waffle for a bit, and I think it actually has some form of meaning. Because you see how someone is like in their last day as a teenager, I quite like it. One thing I'm proud about too is that I took the time to learn a few languages, speak French. Bonjour, je suis que vous allez bien aujourd'hui. Also Spanish. Hola, hablo español. Espero que estás bien hoy. And German too. Hallo, wie geht es dir heute? Ich hoffe, dass du bist gut. A few of that. I do need to, I beat the courses and Duolingo and stuff like that, man. I'm just more so managing those languages now. I'm trying to maintain. Oh, I'm so good. Sorry. That's all in Japanese, and I'm happy I started doing that early now because I didn't want to be learning multiple languages when I'm in my 20s now. Like, I'm still learning it now, but I'm in a point where I'm damn near, I'm fluent in three languages, including English, of course, French and Spanish, intermediate in German. There is that too. I'm happy I did it before I was 20 because life will get busy. You probably get to a point where our career is really the focus and whatnot. So I'm happy I learned that before life really gets quite busy. Of course, I want to set my life in a way where I don't need to work a 9 to 5 job and have the freedom to do what I want. And of course, yeah, I'm still learning Japanese. That's 30 symbols today. Currently learning hiragana. Um, that's only one out of the three language symbols. I always saw my and viewed myself being able to speak 5 languages by 30. I already speak four, so and I'm happy I front loaded that when I was 20. But 19, well, prior to being 20, I'm just saying what's in my head, man. I enjoyed it, honestly. It's a good, but I'm happy I'm not 20. I'm happy I'm not 19 anymore. I'm really happy I'm not 19 anymore because it gets tiring. So yeah, I have nothing else to say now. Uh, that feeling of emptiness, it does come. It's normal. It happens to everyone. I've gone through some dark phases too. I've had many suicidal thoughts when I was in my teenage years. I've even documented that a few times to let you guys know how I feel. Just give you a realistic perspective so it's all sunshine and rainbows. But I'm gonna be 20 tomorrow. I've lived and God saves me and living to see 20. I'm quite excited for that. Life isn't perfect, and I don't think it ever will be. And I believe we form our own perception of perfection based off social media, which I don't believe it. Right? Because most of the time on the internet, people only show you what they want to show you. We gotta keep living on. We'll go through struggles. Even those rich people you pedestalize, which you shouldn't. Only one you should pedestalizing is the most high, you know? And yeah, still do what I can in my teenage, but I keep saying teenage years, man. Um, 20s, you know? One question someone will ask you every single year is how old are you? Puts things into perspective on how young you are. And this is the last day ever in my life where I can actually say to someone, I am 19 years old. J'ai 19 ans. Estoy 18 años. Ich bin 19 Jahre alt. With that actually being true. Because it is. And from tomorrow onwards, that will no longer be true. Be a false fact. So this is the last day I can actually say that I'm 19 years old. It's been a roller coaster of a teenage adolescence. Yeah, of course, good and bad. But I look back in hindsight, it all added up. Pretty good. Even the bad stuff, man. You look at it at the end, it all made sense. So I'm quite happy. It's very cold, so I'm going to stop recording now. I have gloves on, but tell me why it's still cold. Absolutely ridiculous. And spring should be in 10, 11 days in this country. Poor. What's going on? Spring is only good when you have big layer clothing, man. Not when you're wearing one. Don't be like. Bye bye. I'm gonna train now. It's too cold. I actually believe I've 1 or 2 minutes of recording time left from my schedule, but too cold now. I want to train. Have a good time. Take care. And just thought I'd give a bonus for the people who made it to the end. Thank you to you. You know, did my training session now, as you can see up on my weight vest. You got my weights there. I actually didn't use it, I ended up using 10 kilograms. And like I told you, my bag is broken. Hold on. My bag is really broken right here, as you can see. Yeah, the Velcro came off. And it was quite, you know, a while to walk, it was quite difficult. So what we're going to do now, I think I'm going to put 10 kilograms in the bag. 10 kilos in the bag. I'm going to walk home, it's like a 10-minute commute home with this on. I'm not going to film it, of course, but why am I doing it? I'm doing it because it's easier on my shoulders. I don't have to make an uneven length and imbalance. So I'm going to walk home like this, and yeah, pretty much, yeah, it's going to be pretty good, man. So, and I walk home with a 10 kg weight vest. Surprisingly light, it's lighter than you guys think. And it's a lot less harm on me, right? So I don't have to put the thing on my shoulders. I can literally just hold this bag as a handbag. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can hold this as a handbag while having this on, and I can just walk in the roads, and I can be home on my merry way, which is quite great. I like it. Yeah. And I love you guys, man. One thing I'm happy about too, I don't have social anxiety anymore. After 6 years of being a teenager, when I was 13, that shit was heavy as hell, man. That social anxiety shit, I don't give a shit no more. That's why I have the confidence to put this in my bag and put it away and not care, because I'm talking out loud now. There's people who don't care, man. And you know, you guys have seen the video. And the reason why you enjoy me talking like this is because I'm not paranoid of future, man. So yeah, that's the plan. Of course, I'm not gonna film myself walk home. Could hold it like this, that's the easier way, but this is more efficient. It's way better than having an extra 10 kilos. See, look, it doesn't even hurt me anymore. About 10 kilos, that up there would hurt. Yeah, that's the end, man. Final park session as a teenager. It never happened again. It was a good teenager, man. I liked it a lot. Thank you for being in the end. I want to literally, we're going to walk on like this. Maybe turn off the torch while I'm wearing gloves on my answer. You know, walk on like this. Yeah, man. I want to see myself. Yeah, bro. You lot fast. You thought you lot fast. Joking. I'm serious, man. I'm gonna walk on like this. So yeah. I appreciate you for sticking around. I'm gonna walk home now. The only annoying thing is that flapping a bit. But yeah, other than that, it's good. It's easy on me. And yeah, I may have to cross a road or two. But yeah. What was that? May have to cross a road or two, but should be good. Peace.